Today we'll be showing you how to scale the maxillary and the mandibular first and second premolar. Scaling the mesial surface of a 1 millimeter of bone loss using a Gracie curette 11, 12, or 15, 16. 3 millimeter of bone loss. Scaling a 6 millimeter of bone loss using a mini 11, 12, or 15, 16 Gracie is ideal to get into the deeper pockets. Scaling a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, scaling a 6 millimeter bone loss using a mini 11, 12, or 15, 16 Gracie. Scaling the distal surface of a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter of bone loss using a Gracie curette 13, 14. Scaling a 6 millimeter bone loss using a mini 13, 14 is ideal to get into the deeper pockets and can be used for the second premolar. Scaling the buccal surfaces using a 7/8 Gracie curette. Scaling the lingual surfaces for the mesials using a 11, 12 to scale the 1 millimeter and 3 millimeters. To scale a 6 millimeter using a mini 11, 12, or 15, 16. To scale the distals, use a 13, 14 to scale 1 and 3 millimeters. To scale 6 millimeter, use a mini 13, 14. Scaling a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 6 millimeter. Scaling the buccal surfaces using a 7/8 Gracie curette. Scaling a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 6 millimeter. Using a 204S or 204SD sickle to scale the inner proximals of the first and second premolars. Scaling a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 6 millimeter. Scaling a 1 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 6 millimeter.